in starting with the mantle, what I did is I went to a big box store actually, and I bought some garland by the yard. Now typically you can go to your local farmer's market to see if they have any landscape companies. They typically sell a lot of Christmas trees this time of year, and they also make garland out of branches that get trimmed off from the bottom of the tree. What this garland actually is made of are Scotch pine needles, and I just love it because they're kind of shaggy, they're kind of loose. So what I did to get started, I knew I wanted to have a little bit of a swag on my mantle. So one thing to keep in mind with the garland is that it's very one directional. So as you can see, I'm kind of moving this across the mantle and it just kind of sticks up, and it really isn't going to lay too well on that side. So I decided which portion of the mantle was my halfway point, and I got my little garden trimmer here, and I will cut it in half. So now that I've cut this piece in half on this side, I flipped the garland back around, and as you can see, it's in the other directional side now, and I'll go ahead and place that on the mantle. Now I love having the use of silver and metals because I just think it adds like a nice little shimmer, a nice luxury. And the wonderful thing about working with some of these sprigs is that you really don't have to do anything more than just literally laying them in. See, I just laid it on there, and it's like already starting to make sense. It's beautiful, isn't it? What a natural way of adding a little sparkle to the top of my mantle. So I'll go ahead and I'll place these in next because I need to also consider my balance not only of texture, but I also need to think of my balance of light as well. And I actually have a neighbor who has this, easily 30-foot magnolia tree. It's huge, it's beautiful, it's glorious, and they are always willing to let me come every holiday season and take a few clippings off of the tree. So this is a found object that I like to use in adding another layer to my mantelpiece. You too could do the same with any greenery, holly berries, any type of waxy leaf, evergreen that you find in your area. Maybe you just use some more branches that get trimmed off the bottom of the Christmas tree, you know, when they're doing that last shave before they wrap it up and put it on your car. That's a great time to be picking up free branches and add that as another layer. Now, one of the ways I like to add more light and twinkle to a mantle is by placing candles. I had gone to my local hobby store and I picked up an array of candles, and they actually are not all one color. Now that I have all my candles placed on the mantle, I actually have some of these beautiful paperweights, and they look kind of like all the balls and sparkly things that I used with the first layer on the mantle. This pattern is being picked up again in these paperweights that I actually have had over the years. Now the next thing that I like to do is I like to add a personal hand touch to the mantelpiece. My children have already started making some crafts that they've done at school, and I thought, how sweet. I mean, this is really what it's all about, is celebrating the spirit of giving and sharing and receiving some of those gifts that your children make as well. And I actually think this one turned out quite lovely, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what it is. It is a very simple cinnamon scented pine cone, and it has some glitter and some really cute baubles on it, and my daughter did a beautiful job at making that. So I'm going to go ahead and place that on the mantle as well, where I think would look nice. And then I have another ornament piece that is of an angel, and I know many of you have seen these. I don't know if it's going to. And this angel is an angel for learning. And I know we each can learn something more to be better for the following year. So I thought she was a great symbol for Christmas as well. So I can't wait to show you the finishing pieces, and happy holidays, everyone.